media spaces, I was invited back to Girl Power 2025. As the saying goes, if it's nice, you do it twice. So I guess, listen, it was nice the last time. So I'm invited back. So I want to invite you to join us this weekend, August 16th, Saturday and Sunday the 17th, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to be talking about lots of subjects. I'm going to be speaking on day one. I'm going to be focused on mindset mastery. But there are other speakers, y'all, that they're going to be focusing on relationship, in elevating your intimacy in your relationship. They're also going to talk about careers. They're also going to talk about ways to improve your life and reconnect back with your dream. What is that dream that you once had that it's now covered with cobwebs and you know, it's just covered over with all kinds of things? They're going to help you to dust it off. So I don't just want you to come. I want you to invite your friends. Sign up today. I'm going to put the link in the description at the end of my live, and you can sign up there. Reach out to me, DM me if you have any questions at all. We want to fill the virtual space. We want to fill the room. Space is limited, so go ahead today and book your time to meet up with us. I would love to see you and exchange connection with you. I would love to hear from you. So thank you all so much. So I'm going to jump right into today's assignment. So we're in August. We're in the series, listen, Master the Shift. That's what I talked about last week. And today I want to talk about something super, super important. That is focus. You know, when you focus, you're saying, I'm going to lock in and I'm going to block out. I'm going to lock in and block out. I'm going to lock in and block out. When you say you're going to focus, here's what comes to mind for me, like a horse with blinders on. When you see those jockey on the horses that they're racing on, they have a little thing on the side, because what the jockey wants to make sure that that horse is keen to is the finish line, what's up ahead. So that horse has to be focused. So in order for the horse not to be distracted, you will see blinders on the horse. So I'm not calling you a horse, but I'm telling you, we can learn from animals. We can learn from so many things. I need you to focus today. I need you to put some blockers on so that all you see is what's up ahead. Right? I need you to focus today, because it's so important. Because when you focus, you're saying, this thing here is going to get my full attention. My full attention. Why does it matter that you focus? It matters because you can start a fire with your focus. Have you ever been in maybe high school or junior high school, in a science project, where you were asked to go outside and hold up a magnifying glass and put a piece of paper behind it, or maybe a dry leaf, and just hold it there just for a little while? And then before you know it, you start to see the paper turning brown, and maybe a flame start, coming up in the paper. If you focus, you can start a fire in your life. And this is what I want us to look at today. If your attention is scattered, you will be scattered. But when you are focused, you bring power to the thing that you want to change, the thing that you want to improve in your life. It is so important that you attach yourself to focus, because focus gives you power. Yeah, focus gives you power. Write that in the chat. Write it in the comment. Remind yourself, focus gives me power. Personalize it. Focus gives me, Shelia, power. It's so important that we remember whatever we focus on, that's what's going to grow. So if you want to grow your dreams, your goals, the ideas that you have that's coming up for you, put on your blinders and focus on there. If you want to grow your problems, that's where you focus. Because anything you focus on, that's where you will see growth. And if you don't want to grow your problems, you got to change your focus. You have the power within you to change your focus. It is so important that we know where we're going. And I want to just share three things with you, three key things for you to stay focused. Number one, you've got to know your target. Number two, you've got to block out and block out and your distractions. You got to block out your distraction. That's number two. And number three, you got to protect your energy, right? So what does it mean when you know your target? The thing is, whenever you're going anywhere, for those of you who use your GPS a lot, like I do, when I'm going someplace, especially an unfamiliar place, I would use my GPS. And the GPS will not know where to target and to get me to that specific location that I'm targeting unless I tell the GPS where I am and also where I'm going. The GPS usually asks what location you want to use, your current location, or you may use something else. That's really being laser focused. Funny story. You guys might have heard it. I listen to Pandora music. And there's a commercial that comes on in there. I don't know if you have heard it, but it makes me laugh every time I heard it. This person is using their GPS and they just generally say, I want to go to the mall, without being specific. So the GPS calculated and said, you will reach the mall in 300 miles. And the man gets mad and gets mad at the GPS. Not that mall, the mall, not the hall, the mall. So the GPS is bantering back and forth because the GPS is not hearing him clearly and just giving him directions to all kinds of things all over the place. It's not until the person became very specific that I want to go to the mall in the specific city. For example, if I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and if I want to go to the North Point Mall, I need to be specific because there are a lot of malls in Georgia. So focus is important. So that's my tidbit. I want you to realize that you've got to focus, because if you are scattered, for example, have you ever tried to multitask where you're watching TV, you're sending a text, and you're eating? You're doing all three of these things. What you realize is you either spill food on yourself because you're trying to do multiple things at the same time, or you miss a part of your show, or you might even text the wrong word to the person you're texting. It's important that you focus, because where your attention goes, that's where your focus goes. So be like the horse with the blinders on and just make sure that you are staying on target, because you want to give power to the outcome that you want. So those three things that I want you to focus on is, one, knowing your target. When you know your target, you will get the outcome that you want, and you're able to adjust up or down, dial up or dial down, so you can get the outcome that you want. I want you to ask yourself this question today. What is that one thing that I need to happen today? Write it down. And now that you write it down, that is your target. That is where you want to focus, because you're going to put all your energy in that space. The next thing you want to do, number 2, is block out your distractions. How do you block out your distraction? Put your blinders on. If your phone is a distraction, sir and ma'am, you develop a plan. You have to have a strategy to be successful. Is that strategy going to be, 1, I'm going to turn off my notifications, 2, I'm going to turn the phone completely off, or 3, I'm going to put it in the other room away from me? Set a timer, and then I know when the timer goes off, that's when I'm going to go back and answer the phone calls and the texts if I'm waiting on something. But if you lose focus, you'll be all over the place. If you don't give the outcome of what you want and desire a focus, you will be anywhere. So if you get in your car and you don't give your GPS specific instruction, you will wind up anywhere. You don't just want to wind up anywhere. You want to wind up somewhere specific. So it is so important that you focus and give your life focus. The next thing is protect your energy. I was telling the client this week, one of the best ways to get over procrastination is eating the frog first. What is the frog? The frog is that thing that you really dread, that thing that you don't want to do, and do it when with your highest energy. Identify when is it that you have the highest energy. And she said it was morning time. For me, it's morning. I have the most energy in the morning. So you put your focus on the morning, on that target that you now define what that target is, and you go for it. You press that accelerator, y'all, and you give it everything you got. But when you don't have energy, Your lacking energy just cause you to, when you're stressed, when you are overwhelmed, when you are distracted, when you're on fumes, you're not able to give the focus and the energy that that thing need in order to have, for you to have a revelation and to know that this thing is working. So you've got to make sure that you get your rest, you drink your water, you take breaks. You got to make sure you give yourself energy when you step away, to give yourself a chance to reconvene, to get yourself back together. You give yourself some mental fuel, whether it's fresh air or water or something to eat or a quick power nap. Yeah, power naps are great too. You've got to make sure that you have what you need to stay focused. So I'll repeat again, the three key things that you need to make sure that you have to fuel your focus so that you can get the outcome, because you're powering through. You're laser focused on this thing. You got to make sure you know your target. You got to make sure you block out your distraction. You got to make sure you have the right energy. You've got to make sure you protect your energy. I want you to type in the chat and let us know in the comment, where is it that you want to focus on? Identify that one thing. And I want you not just to focus on it today. I want you to focus on it all week long. And I need you to come back to this space and update us. How did it go? I want to interact with you. I would love to partner with you as your coach, as your sister, to help you focus, to help you master the shift. You can master the shift when you create focus on the outcome that you want, because focus helps you to grow. Where your attention goes, focus goes. Where your focus goes, that's where you grow. It is pivotal that you give yourself power to achieve your goals. You don't want to give power to problems. You don't want to keep focusing, ruminating over and over and over on that thing that you hate, that thing that you don't want. Because you keep doing that, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So you want to shrink it. So you take your focus off of it and put your focus on something that is going to give you the breakthroughs that you want. Remember, focus will help you to power through. Think of focus as that magnifying glass. If you want to add fire to your life, fire to your dream, find that target of that thing that you want to focus on. And if you struggle, that's where I come in as your coach. Let me join you on your journey to collaborate with you, to help you to get breakthroughs and get insights as to the power that's still within you. I will help you to look within. Why? Because everything you need is on the inside of you. So focus, focus. Focus. I'm out. Have a great day and God bless you. Thank you for being here. I see you this weekend on Girl Power 2025. Listen, be there. Be there, be there, be there, and bring your